night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Chargers had 7-4 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last.
To do exactly that, but they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them, and they play a game within the game, and you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
On the move past the 40. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost him a ball game.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Herbert back to the air. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a let. secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Draw play, it's Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
The Steelers take over at 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. But it looked like the Steelers weren't able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Pickett sets up play action. On the move to his left. 5 yards on the pickup. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Complete to Calvin Austin. A gain of 7. And the Steelers 1st down.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Finding Johnson on the out route, that's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Throwing the out route and complete. It's McKinney. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Now he finds Austin complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, 39 yards. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Chargers 10, Steelers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Russell. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Dumps it off for Spiller. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He gets this out to Spiller. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
downs after getting this one across the 40.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd and inches, Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their mind. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Pickett, open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pickett on 3rd and 1. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. 2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Harris running straight ahead. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4th down territory, though, if they're stopped. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Pickett He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. Up the middle they go. Whitfield, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here this third quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 14-10.
Chargers 10.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He finds his man complete. That's Russell.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, Justin Herbert.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On the give, this is Harris, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches out, drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, looking at the down and distance, that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Drops it underneath to Spiller. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Herbert now.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get down.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Herbert.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Pardon me, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Herbert.
This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Gosh, given the time of the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and execute it in the game.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. We may very well be headed to overtime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash? What do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Completes it to Austin.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Looking to throw here. Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Pickett going to keep it himself.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. They'll toss to Harris. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And now 4th down. What do you do?
And after being stuffed on that play, it puts a little doubt in the minds of a head coach who has the football, I'm sure. Do we go for it here, or do we take the 3 points and continue to play out? Because you know he wants to get in the end zone. That ends the game. But I've been on the defensive side before. They've got to be energized right now and almost challenging them to go for it because they've got to be confident.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
He finds his man complete. That's Russell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 63 yards receiving for him now. That last catch good enough for a 1st down. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Herbert to throw. He's got Eckler.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing, Herbert.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Pittsburgh, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.